Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're at the press conference here in Dublin to announce Katie Taylor's professional debut this Saturday at the Wembley Arena. With me I've got trainer to Katie Taylor, Ross Enamait. Have I got that right, Ross?
Enamait, close enough.
Enamait.
Yeah, close enough.
The more we do, the more I'll get it right. This is a wonderful time and for women's boxing and also for the sport of boxing, the introduction of Katie Taylor as a professional boxer.
It's huge. And one thing I want to say is that, like I've been saying along, is Katie's not just a good female fighter. She's just a good fighter as a whole in general. She hangs with the guys, she spars with the guys. So I think as people start to see that, they're going to realize that just how much talent exists now that some of these Olympians are turning professional. I think this is the right time for her to go pro. The talent pool's increasing, so you're going to have high-level, world-class fights with the females. So I mean, it's an exciting time. I think Katie's destined to be a world champion, multiple weights. So I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, London 2012 was a breakthrough year for women's boxing.
Yeah.
And she didn't decide to go pro at that point. She's waited until after Rio, where she wasn't quite as successful as she was in London. But women's boxing on a whole has had so much more attention and focus since 2012 and we saw Clarissa Shields the other day on the Kovalev Ward undercard. So that side of it's thriving now, and the broadcasters, like Eddie Hearn said, are interested in, you know, getting women's boxing out there, and eventually it's just becoming a fight rather than a woman's fight. If that makes any sense.
That's you know, I think there's always going to be people that say, oh, she should have turned pro in 2012, but you know, I don't think they understand how much it meant to her to represent her country in the Olympics. Like, most people with an opinion have no idea what it'd be like to be at that level, where it means so much to you to go out and represent your country. So hindsight's 20/20. People can say what they want, but like you said, if you go back to 2012, I don't think the talent pool was there that's coming now into the pro game. So I think it is the right time for her. She's 30, but she's a young 30. She takes care of her body. She's in great shape. Lives very clean outside the gym. So she's got a long career ahead of her.
Tell us a little bit about your background in boxing, Ross, for people that won't be aware.
I started in the amateurs years ago, and I had a lot of, you know, made a lot of mistakes outside the ring, had a lot of hand problems. So gradually I transitioned into training. So, but I've been in the game for 20+ years now, and this is actually the first female I worked with. And like I said, it was almost a surprise to me when she came over. I wasn't really sure what to expect. You know, you have ideas, I watched video, but first day we put her in with a professional man, and everybody in the gym by the 6th round was now standing around the ring surprised, because like I said, she's not just a good female, she's just flat out good, which it was a surprise to me at how much ability she has, but it's been a surprise that we've been to gyms all around the state, back home in Connecticut, and everywhere she goes, it takes her around to get the respect, and everybody crowds around and they want to see what this girl's all about. So,
how did you first get to meet Katie Taylor, and why did you decide that Katie Taylor would be the first female fighter that you trained?
Well, she had kind of been messaging me back and forth, and I guess she was been familiar with some of my stuff in the past, and you know, I was familiar with what had happened in the Olympics, and just going back, there was just a sense about this girl. She's serious. I mean, there's something unusual about her. She's not like most of the fighters. I mean, the dedication and desire, it's on another level. It's like, she'll run through walls if you tell her to. So when you have someone that's that dedicated and willing to do whatever you tell them, 2 more rounds, whatever it is, she's going to do it. Never complains, never says no. So I mean, that makes training fun. It's been some of the most fun we've ever had in the gym, I think. So it's definitely been a pleasure, and I'm excited. I'm excited about this Saturday and then the future beyond that, obviously. But just don't want to look too far ahead. And everyone's talking about, you know, fast track her to a world title, but she still has to show up and win Saturday and then 2 weeks and so on. So just don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Absolutely. We've seen clips of you and Katie training, etc. And she looks phenomenal on that side of it. But in your opinion, how special and how good is she you know, you're probably the best person to answer that. You know, working with her day in, day out.
I think everyone knows she's got talent, but I think she's even better than what people realize. You know, it's like she picks up on things so quick. Where you can tell she was a great soccer player, or you guys would call football. So
football, yeah.
You know, when you have an athletic background like that, you know, she's obviously got good feet. She's got good coordination. So she's not just a good boxer and a fighter. She's an athlete. She's the type of person that could have done well at any sport she did. Where not everybody could say that. You know, some guys, they're limited to they're involved in one sport, but she could pick anything up. I mean, she's got coordination. She can turn southpaw. It comes natural to her. So, you know, as far as her ability, she's going to surprise a lot of people. Because there's always going to be people on the fence that see a woman in a ring and they think, oh, it's, you know, she's good for a woman. But like I said, she's just flat out good. Period. And I think the world, they're going to be surprised at just how much talent she actually has.
Obviously, people are aware of her amateur career; it's second to none, and the record speaks for itself. What she's accomplished in the amateur game, but going into the pro game now, do you expect this to be different for her?
I don't know if I would say it's different. I mean, she's obviously had a lot of success in the amateurs. You know, I expect her to have just as much success in the pros. I mean, you know, her style's got to change a little bit more where she's sitting down on some shots, and you know, she's there now to hurt people, not just to win on a point system. So I think she'll evolve as a fighter, but I wouldn't say that she changed in the sense that she's accustomed to success and she knows what it takes to be successful. So that'll carry over to the professional game just as it did for her in the amateurs.
All right, well, listen, Ross, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time
no problem
today, and
thank you.
We look forward to, you know, following the journey of Katie Taylor and yourself, starting this Saturday at the Wembley Arena in London.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Ross, thank you very much.
All right.